Today on the channel, we'll be unboxing the Masked Vigilante, the Polyglot of PE, the Master of all sports. Here are... Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Newman, and today we'll be unboxing Casey Jones from Mezco Toys. This 1/12 scale figure measures 6.7 inches tall. It's hand painted, contains over 32 points of articulation, and contains over 20 accessories. Now, I happened to buy this toy as a pre-order directly from Mezco Toys. Now, I had ordered this the day that the pre-order dropped, and I thought that I was one of the first ones to do the pre-order, but apparently not, because I was put on the wait list, which is why I'm getting it so much later than everybody else. But hey, better late than never. Now, before we actually start unboxing this thing, I would just like to ask that you like this video just by clicking that thumbs up on the bottom of your screen. Not the one on the box, but the one, you know, underneath this actual video. And if you haven't already, you should go ahead and subscribe. That way you'll never miss an unboxing. Ever! Alright, let's go ahead and get down to business. Alright, and here we go. Mr. Casey Jones. Love the artwork on this, very Mirage Studios. There's no confusion that this is going to be an old school Casey Jones. Here's the side, some more Casey Jones goodness, the back, the side, the top, the bottom. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. Get it out of the package. Alright, here we go. Here is the certificate of authenticity from Mezco. And here are some instructions on how to create, or rather assemble, the goalie gloves. Alright. And here we go. Alright, so first up, this is an excellent looking figure. All of the cloth goods look very good. I don't see any loose threads anywhere, nothing of that nature. They look like they fit the character relatively well. His hips seem a little bit wide, but that's all good. I love the hair. The hair is very Mirage Studios. Spiky, mullet. It's fabulous. He's got the crop top going on. Looks fantastic. And there's some nice vein work on the forearms. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I really do like the attention to detail that the Mezco figures have. And I love the face sculpt too, it looks really good. He has a nice, it's not a smirk, but it's almost like a I'm better than you look on his face. Yep, so yeah, there we go. So we're not going to go ahead and waste any more time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation on this figure. Alright, and here we go. So, I'm not going to do like an official articulation on this. I'm just going to go ahead and check it out just a little bit. Now, one thing I've noticed is that the hair on this figure, it's a different plastic than the rest of the head. It's a little rubbier. Rubbier? You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so the joints on this are very good. They're nice and tight, but they're not too tight, so that you wind up accidentally breaking the figure by trying to get it loosened up. Wrists are good. Ab crunch is phenomenal. Look at that six-pack. Twist is good. There's a nice rock in here. Legs go out to here. Wow, that's really good. That's a nice range of movement. And look at that. Straight out of the 80s, buddy. Out of some awful samurai cop, American ninja, schlocky film from the 80s. It's fantastic. It's really good. Look at those double jointed knees. Those are really good. Fantastic. And the sculpt on the shoes are really good. Look at that. Look at those shoes. Ankle articulation is your basic ankle articulation from Mezco. There's really not a rocker for the most part, but I'm good with that. I'd rather have stability anyway. So yeah, this is really good. I'm having a lot of fun playing with this. It's really nice. Let me tell you. Now, I know Casey Jones isn't a martial artist per se. He's got some moves, but martial arts aren't really supposed to be his forte. But I'm still going to get him in a flying sidekick. It's my favorite move to put all of my figures in to check out the range of movement. And look at that! That is magnificent. Man, if you're sleeping on Mezco, if you think Mezco is a lesser brand than, say, Mafex or Yamaguchi, you should really give Mezco a chance. I'm telling you. Their figures, when they are good, they are phenomenal. But let's go ahead and go over his accessories. So here we have a part of his goalie glove. Sculpt is phenomenal. Paint is fantastic. Looks really good. It looks really good. Next up, we have a alternate head, the head with a mask, and I'm glad that the masked head is just a full-on sculpt. It's not a mask that you have to put on. I think the head is too small to have a separate mask convincingly put on. I would have actually liked a separate mask just to hold in his hand, but, you know, I'm asking for a bit much. So here's another head sculpt with some slashes on the mask's face. That looks really good. Looks very Mirage Studios. Fantastic. Looks really good. Next up, we've got a hockey stick. Looks nice. Sculpt is good. It's a harder plastic than everything else. Here we have a set of extra hands. Let's go ahead and open this up. And here we have another piece to the goalie glove. Sculpt is good. Paint application is good. It looks worn. It looks like there's a lot of wear and tear. Here's the actual hand to that glove. Also looks very good. Kind of a softer plastic so you can get the weapons in. The other goalie glove, very good. It matches the other parts of the goalie glove. Here are some relaxed hands. Sculpt is good. Not much to say about these. They look good. Yeah. Here we've got some splayed out hands. They also look good. You know, not much to say about these. And here we have some gripping hands. Alright, very nice. Softer plastic to insert the weapons. And here is a pointing finger and a kind of like a grasping hand. Next up, we've got some more weapons. Gotta love you, Mezco. Just load up the accessories. Here we have a aluminum bat. I mean, it's not aluminum, but it's supposed to be an aluminum bat, I'm assuming. Looks good. Here we have a cricket bat.
Cricket? Nobody understands cricket. You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket.
And Mr. Raphael, I do not disagree, but this is an excellent sculpt. Looks really good. And very sturdy feeling, too. Here is a golf club. Yeah, looks good. Looks worn, looks beat up. Looks fantastic. Next up, we've got a wooden bat. Also very good. Not too shabby. And we also have another wooden bat, but this one is broken at the top. That's a nice little thing you got. Only thing more I could have asked for would maybe be the other half of it. And here we have a bag for our goodies, which I'm not going to use. So, ow! And here we have the base. This this is really good. I get Mighty Ducks feels from this. This is fantastic. And here we've got the posing arm for the base. I love the Mezco posing arms. They're very sturdy. And last but not least, we have a golf bag to store all of his weapons. The feel for this is very nice. It feels very high quality. It is very reminiscent of the leather goods or faux leather goods for the Ninja Turtles that Mezco did. So this is really excellent. I know there's always the question of whether or not these cloth goods and faux leather goods are going to hold up over time. Just as long as they hold up for at least 20, 30 years, I'll be dead by then. It won't matter anymore. It will not matter anymore. We're all here for a short time, not a long time, so you better make it a good time. And a good time is getting these Mezco figures. Now, the great thing about these Mezco toys are all of the different looks that you can get these figures in. You've got a plethora of different ways to showcase them, to have them on your display shelf. It's a lot. So obviously the jean jacket is removable, so you can actually take that off if you want. And I guess you could probably take the crop top off if you want to, if you want a bare-chested and rugged Casey Jones. The golf bag is very easy to put on. Just remove the head and slip it over the arm. And the jean jacket is actually pretty easy to remove as well. You just have to put his arms back and treat it like you were putting a jacket on a toddler. The figure balances very well, even with all of that extra weight on his back. He doesn't topple over, so that's actually really fantastic. And all of the hands and heads, they swap out very easily. I had zero issues taking them off, putting on the new ones, or having issues with them staying on. I had no issues with that either. So, yeah, very good. Excellent. Fantastic. So here are some comparisons for size, so you can get a kind of an idea of how big this guy is. So here he is paired up next to the Raphael from the Mezco Ninja Turtles. And you know what? I'm pretty much only going to be doing the Mezco figures for size comparisons. So as you can see, this isn't really going to be movie accurate. It's more comic book accurate, whereas the Turtles are a lot shorter than the human characters. I want to say that Raphael was around the same height as Casey Jones in the film. So I guess we're just going to kind of disregard that. I might be wrong though. I might be completely wrong. Up next, we get a nice size comparison with Mezco Popeye. This is another great figure from Mezco. You can actually check out my unboxing and review at the link above, right now. Click it. But as you can see, Casey is also quite a bit taller than Popeye, but Popeye is usually portrayed as a shorter character. He's your typical underdog. And speaking of short underdogs, here's another. So here's another size comparison with another Mezco figure, Mezco Wolverine. As you can see, Casey is quite a bit taller and lankier than Wolverine. Wolverine's broader, thicker, and pretty much all of his limbs. Consequently, the Casey Jones figure winds up having much better range of movement than the Wolverine figure. Not that the Wolverine figure is bad, but because he's so much stockier than Casey Jones, his muscles tend to get in the way of movement. Now, although I did say that I was only going to be doing size comparisons with other Mezco figures, I am going to be doing one comparison with a non-Mezco figure. Luckily, I did have another Casey Jones figure, and I felt that this figure was appropriate as a comparison. Not necessarily in size because it's still in the package, but more in style. So here we have the NECA Mirage Studios Casey Jones, and as you can see, the stylistic elements are very similar. Essentially, the NECA version is a more affordable version of this Mezco version, even though the NECA version came out first. I honestly think both look great. However, I'm good with having the NECA version stay in the package. After all, I am a inbox collector for the most part. I could never leave this Mezco figure in the package. I honestly couldn't leave any Mezco figure in the package. Not just because I really like the brand, but for practical reasons. I'm always nervous about leaving toys with cloth goods inside the package for extended periods of time, especially when I can't see it. If down the line I ever want to resell something, I don't want to resell something that has cloth goods and I wind up giving a customer a complete lemon because it completely disintegrated inside the package without me knowing. Okay, final thoughts. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. This is an excellent figure. I have zero problems with it. It is fantastic. It is great. The wait list is still up on Mezco if you want to get it, and I would definitely get on that wait list. This figure is running $120 and it's worth every single penny. And that's it. That's all I got. Go out and get it. It's fantastic. It's alright, that's gonna pretty much wrap everything up. I am Rip It Open with Newman on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, Fanbase, and Rednote. All links are in my profile. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will check you later.